Hi everyone, Gray Power 60 here. I've got a messy table. I didn't remove it because I've still got some more mess to do. Yesterday, on my kind of day off, when I wasn't going to do any crafting, I was doing some gel printing with some paints and inks and stuff. And these are my leftovers. These are the pages that I use to rub off or to put on top of the gel plate. I have I don't know how big it is. I never even thought of checking. I think it's around 8.5 by 10.5, I think, or 8 by 10. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I was doing. And then I did this 12 by 12 that I'm going to eventually cut up. Unfortunately, I didn't put it in a spot where it would lay flat. So it's just a matter of coaxing it. And I did some stamping and stuff like that here. Today, I'm going to take some vellum. I'm going to try something new. I haven't tried before. We're going to give it a go and see. And right now, all I want to do is I'm going to use my archival ink. I'm going to use the black. Actually, I wonder, this is the page I'm going to be using. I think I'm going to use the potted soil. I'm going to give it a try. I mean, it's big enough that I'll be able to do that. So let's do a little playing here with my stamping. And I want some script and I want all kinds of different things. So we'll take it off of the backing. Normally I don't bother taking it off the backing. I just plunk it down. Plunk it. It's a crafting term. It's called plunking. Yeah, so I just realized I didn't know if I had started my camera or not. So for those of you who are new, my name is Donna, my channel, Gray Power 60. And today I am going to attempt, I think they call it Franken Paper. It's supposed to be kind of a ripped up page. I can't show you one because I haven't done it yet. So we're just going to give it a try. It's kind of deceiving because there's paint underneath. So you won't be able to see whether, I think I like it better when it's on, when I don't have it on a block, because I can, well, I think I'll put this one down here. So all I'm doing is stamping on it. And like I say, I'm using my archival ink because I like the fact that it is, if I ever have to use a spray on it, water, whatever, it's permanent once it's dry. So we'll leave that one for now. And I think I'm going to try this one. I'm not going to use the block. I am not going to use the block. I am just going to try and get some. I don't know how big that is. I might need to come down even more. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. I'm trying to see how well I can do this without the block. I need to get a big block. This is the biggest one I've got. I don't know. It's about 3 3/4 by 4. That's the biggest one I got. I'll have to get another one of these days. Ooh, that turned out really good. Okay. Now I think I'm going to use the bottom half to continue my demonstration. So I'm going to fast forward this so you don't have to watch the whole silly process that I'm going through here. Okay. Now that I've got that mess, total mess done, I'm going to put things back together and put my stamps away. I could use some other papers, stamps, etc., but for now, we're going to just put this away. On my shelf, just out of the way because I don't have room, and I don't need these. I don't need my inks. In my travels, in my adventures of painting yesterday, I came across some spray inks that I didn't even know I had. I mean, I got them a long time ago. One is called Tin Type, and the other is called Brown Bag. Tin Type's almost black. I also found my Nouveau drops. These are white and black. And I also found some inks that I put in the in with my Tim Holtz stuff. So my next step, like I say, I have not done this before. I am doing this purely from looking at the page. Now, normally, this is a page that we just cut and strip, but I need it to be 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to have to cut this at 11 inches. Well, this will be good for something later. Okay, the next step, apparently, I say apparently because I'm guessing. I'm totally guessing. I want to see if you can see what I'm doing here. Maybe I'll come out a little bit. Whoops, wrong way, always wrong way. There we go. Okay, now, apparently I need to, now I think I'm going to fold it a touch, and I'm going to, let's find my ruler. I just had it over here. Oh, there it is. I have to reach for it. Okay. Now I am going to rip it straight, but I'm actually, because it's already ripped straight, what I'm going to do here now is make an absolute mess of things by ripping it so that it is really awkward looking. And I should be ripping it the other way so that I'm not getting so much white on here. Yeah, I should have done it the other way. Live and learn, because there's a lot of white. Okay. I'll rip out some of the white. Now I'm going to have to use, I think I'll use my vintage photo to go down that side. And there we go. All right, that side is done. Now I need to do the same on this side, but this time I'm going to tear it down so that it doesn't have so much white. It's a shame because I was going to use this paper. I only had one page. And the funny thing is, to be able to do this correctly, I've got to make it become a 12 by 12 again. And that is going to be the dilemma for me. But if I can do one side at a time. Okay, so next I need to put this page and this page back together again, and leaving this blank, leaving this. So I think what I'll do to make my life a little easier is to just cut this down, just so that I don't have to deal with both. Now, I don't know if that's dry. I don't think it is. Let me maybe it's dry enough. Okay, so now I have to glue it. I'm going to use, I have to rip this page off later anyway, but no, I need to, I need my glue paper. We'll do this side first, and then I'll use some inks on it afterwards. First, I'll put the, I've always wanted to do this, but I never had the fortitude, the gumption, the whatever it is, whatever it is that, I guess it's like doing my journals, you know, sometimes I may have to use. Okay, why are you not coming out? I wonder if this glue, let's see how this does. This is the 3-in-1 that I put in a small container, and I want to see how if it comes out at all, because it is so thick. It is coming out, but I really have to squeeze it. Wow. Yeah. Of course, I didn't fill it all the way. I only filled it just part of the way. I hope I'm filming here. Gosh, after all the work here, I want to make sure that I'm getting the very edges of this paper. I think that's the challenge, really, is to have the paper right to the edges. And I'm hoping that the glue will not. Okay, I think this is the top. Yes, this is the top, and this is the top. And now we're going to match these up and match this up. I'll take that off of there for now. Where is my this is going to be great fun once I'm done with it once I'm done with it properly. And I think that is pretty cool. Now we're going to put this page on the other side. So again, I'll get my glue paper, and we're going to, double glue it. In other words, I like to put my glue stick on first, and then add, now this 3-in-1. It was working okay a minute ago. Let's hope that I can get it to work again. Come on, here we go. Again, I can fast forward a lot of this stuff so that you don't have to watch me struggling with all of the pieces. But I do have to get right to the ends. And that is the hard part. Sorry if I'm out of frame, but I've got to glue this just right. And now I'm going to add more glue. Add more glue. And of course I want it to stick at the top and at the bottom. Okay, now we need to line this up right there and right there. And again, whoa, I got a little bit of glue on the back, but that's okay. We know how to fix that. I'm gonna have to rip this page off pretty soon. But as we all know, I know how to fix my little glue problem with a little bit of baby powder. So that it doesn't stick to my table. Okay, there's the first part. Now we need to get the other part, and we have to, yeah, the measuring, it's now 13. So I'm definitely going to have to, what I should have done is torn all the pages first. So that is kind of a boo-boo of mine, but that's okay. We're learning. It's something I've always wanted to do. Ooh, this is a better idea. This is something I've always wanted to do, but I was always afraid to give it a try. All right, so for the other page, I need to cut this down. Oh, I always have it going the wrong way. And I think we'll cut this here. So I want a little bit of that bicycle, and but it's going to be smaller, so it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at the moment. So this one will go in here. Now what I have to do is, before I can glue one side of it, now it's 14. So I think I don't care. I don't think it needs to stay 12 by 12. I think I can leave it like that. Yes, I think I will. I think I will leave it just like that. I don't care if it's bigger. I'll figure it out. I'll research it a little bit more to get the proper dimensions on how much. I mean, maybe I was supposed to take off more, but because this is a pattern, I'm kind of nervous to do that. You know, like, so I think I'm going to leave it big. From what I've seen, people who do this, they leave the measurements proper, like 12 by 12, right? So when I put this in here and kind of pull it through, it's definitely going to be bigger. So this is probably too wide, but I don't care. I think this is fun. I think this is a really fun experiment. You know how I love to experiment. So we're going to glue this side, glue this down. I really wanted to make sure that I get enough. Where is my glue? Here it is. I'm gonna put that down so I can get the edges here. And make sure, you know, this glue may be too thick for this particular little bottle, but I think if it's full, if it's a full bottle, I wouldn't have to squeeze it quite so much to push it through. I don't know how much you can see, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gluing the edges, these odd edges. I'm trying to make sure I get glue on those little tips as well as on the bottom. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but oh my gosh, it looked like fun. And you know what? Crafting is supposed to be fun. So let's have some fun. Why couldn't we have some fun? Isn't that lovely? I just think this is such a great idea. I never knew it before. So now to do this side. And again, me with my glue stick. Oh, where's the top? Here we are. Now, don't get too confused. You know, we've got a little glue hanging out. That's good. So all I'm doing is going and trying to make sure that we get glue on these. There's some torn edges, which is great. I should have done it that way the first time. Just tear it down rather than trying to pull it apart like you would when you do tissue. Oh, now I got that song stuck in my head. Oh my gosh. If I start singing, forgive me. Please don't unsubscribe because of my singing. Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't have a very good night's sleep as usual. You know, I'm getting kind of used to the fact that I never know one night from another if I'm going to be up all night. Mind you, watching movies doesn't help. you know, and the funny thing is, the absolutely ridiculous thing is, I have seen these movies a billion times before. Like, seriously, lots and lots of times before. I was watching Die Hard with a Vengeance, not Die Hard with, Die Hard 4.0 or whatever it was, that I've seen so many times, like so many times. But sometimes I just want to watch something. I love Ryan Reynolds too. And do you know how many times I have watched The Atom Project? I don't know how many times. It's like unbelievable. Sometimes I put it on just to watch it. I'm just doing the outside because the rest of it is all, and it's got so much white on the outside. And I just want to kind of blend it in a little bit. Well, this is my Franken Paper. I think that's what they called it. Somebody called it. And I don't mind penning the same name onto my paper. I hope it's not a copyright name. I don't know how words can be copyright. We all say words. We use words. I don't know. Unless it's a name of something, I understand that. But I am going off, aren't I? Okay, now I'll be right back. Okay. Oh my goodness, I gotta put the pins back in my glue. So as you can see, I took it to my sewing machine, which I am thoroughly enjoying since I haven't had a sewing machine in my home for a really, really long time. So I definitely have to plug these in. There we go. All right. So what I've done is taken it and sewn it on every side. Now I could, this is 14.5 now. I could easily cut a bit on each side and make it a 12 by 12. However, I may use this to cut it all up into really cool pockets, and yeah. So this is my Franken paper, Frankenstein paper. Yeah, I tried to do it wiggly. I didn't want it straight. I wanted it to be a little bit wiggly, trying to, yeah. I think that is such a cool idea. Now we have to see, what am I going to do with it next? That is the real cool part. So I hope you enjoyed this little experiment of mine. I think I'm going to be, I have another piece of vellum here. I think I'm going to stamp all over all of it, and perhaps take something like a page that I have, that I've painted on, that I've used my gel paint. I mean, this one is definitely dark. It definitely needs some brightening up, but don't forget, this is just background. That's all that is. That's just background. And we can add bright things on top of it. And this is so cool. So I think my next fun idea would be that. I think I showed you in my other video when I went to Michael's, I saw they only had 2 pieces of material. The other one was kind of a bumpy, I don't know what, I didn't like it. And this is a yard, if I'm not mistaken, 36 inches by 42 inches. And it was only $2. And yeah, I thought it might be fun to use it. Let's get that out of the way. To use it for a cover of a journal. Yeah. And what I want to do, isn't that cute? I mean, it's just huge. I have been doing a lot of junk journals. I don't do shabby chic, but maybe I can make this one a mystical of some sort because of the pretty paper. And I would like to take some batting and glue it onto a cardboard and put this over top so that it's a soft cover. I mean, I don't want it puffy, just soft cover. And that's my next experiment. If you'd like to come along and see how I absolutely destroy this, it should be an interesting thing to watch. And what do I do with this next? This looks like great fun. And I'm really, really looking forward to cutting it up and using it. I mean, even just, these strips, I could make these top strips and some of these other ones into clusters. I could make them into pages in a signature. Yeah, I mean, there's so many possibilities with this. I'm really quite excited about it. I think it glued on really well. That 3-in-1 is excellent. It's not lifting anywhere. I'm really pleased with that. So, yeah. Well, thanks for joining me today as I tear into my craziness and come up with... I see something on YouTube and I find it fascinating. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up. I find it fascinating that we can watch these creative people do amazing things with their imagination, with their craft. And yeah, it's kind of a nuisance, this big pad, but it sure saves my table. And I can reuse this. I don't throw it away. I reuse it because I also used gold nail polish. Are you a little too close again? Let me get you out of, there we go. That's a little better for you. Yeah, I reuse them when I'm painting, or if I need, instead of always using parchment paper, I can reuse this. And I can also take portions of it, once I clean off the debris, I can easily take portions of it and use it in my journaling because they have some really cool grid. Now maybe not the bottom part here, maybe it's got a little, there we go, and that goes in with my scrap paper. And this I will fold, rip that part off, and put it right near my desk where I can grab it anytime I'm doing any painting and all that kind of stuff. I'm having a little bit of fun this week. I have a couple of projects that I could not get done on time like I wanted to, but that's okay. Life is too short to worry about being on time. You can always catch up. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really looking forward to, and I hope you are looking forward to, what I do with this material. I'm really curious to see. I'm going to iron it, of course. Now, normally, new material, I would wash it, but I think I'm not going to wash it. I'm afraid all of the sparkle will come off. Although it's not coming off, you know what I mean? It's almost embossed. So, and it's huge, so I can, yeah, that should be fun. All right, that's it for me for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will come back again. And if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up just to let YouTube know that, you know, I'm doing okay. Maybe I'm not doing okay. But it helps my channel, and I really appreciate it. Just a little thumbs up, maybe a comment or two. Let me know what you think. Like I say, I have not researched this. I just saw one girl show it, and I went, I want to try that. And I did. Yeah, probably would have been better to use black, but because it had so much brown in it, I thought maybe I would use the other one. Yeah, that's something you can do all the time. In your spare time when you don't feel like doing anything else. And this I am anxious to try. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.